Rjte, take it serious.
So, let's talk about it. We're gonna jump right into this one. We're gonna try to shorten it up a little bit. How to instantly improve your workflow. Drip plugin. I'm a fan. Hands down. I give you a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta focus in. So let's remove the drip plugin part. Now watch how easily I do this. This is part of the workflow I'm talking about. We're gonna put this back to what it normally is. That's how easily that was for me to do. With just one hand, I'm holding the mic with the other hand. It's a beautiful thing when you get into a workflow. This might be distracting on me. Move that too. Look at that workflow. Okay. This didn't happen overnight. I didn't learn how to do all this stuff overnight. I did my research and I did what I had to do to learn it, which is take the time, trial and error. I had to fail and fail and fail. Now I'm to a point in my life where my workflow is no longer an issue. I have to wake up. I have to eat. I have to take care of myself and, take care of whatever I gotta take care of. But these things apply to whatever it is you want to do. I'm just showing you a demonstration of from a producer standpoint. And I have another video. I got a whole bunch of video ideas written down here. But the workflow for getting up and doing that, okay, after I knock this one out, I can knock this one out. And I can help this way. Or I got a comment or I got a message, yo, how do you do such and such? Let me look it up real quick. Let me learn it. I'll go make a video on it. It's like that. It's that simple. But the key to this, and I don't pull punches. I don't, whatever anyone has to say about anything, I completely understand where they're coming from, and I analyze it, and I spit out my point of view on it. For instance, making a solo channel for every single aspect that you want to do. Say you're good at 2 things, then you have a channel for 2 separate things. I want to show y'all who I am as a person. And me as a person, I think I'm one of the coolest people in the entire earth. I honestly do believe that. It's not from a point of arrogance. It's not from a point of anything. I just think I'm cool. Like, I'm cool with myself. It's the truth. It's very true. I'm cool with myself. I don't, workflow. I jump from topic to topic. Now, as far as workflow goes, how to instantly improve. When I say that I like who I am as a person and I'm cool with myself as a person, is coming from a place of defense. It might be portrayed to you that way, but I don't need to say that. I can just know that myself. I don't have to put it into words or put it in a video or say it out loud. It just comes from a place of defense. Like, no, you need to say this. But from a place of looking at things the way that I look at them, I understand that people aren't always going to agree. Everyone has their point of view, but from my point of view, the reason why I say that I think that I'm one of the coolest people on earth is because I look at things from both sides. If you want to instantly improve your workflow, you have to look at both sides of yourself. You have to look at your bad traits and your good traits and decide which one you want to lean more towards. I decided to lean more towards my good traits. And then I decided to try to stay on that side of things when I could easily go the other way and not be okay with the person that I am. That's the downfall of that. Not being okay with the person that you are for a certain reason that you have to change who you are, or you have to be more of a I don't know. People like to talk good and bad, but if you lean more towards the bad side of who you are, then you might not feel like you're one of the coolest people on earth. But I choose to lean towards the good side, and I try to stay positive about that. And I'm going to watch my own video back and critique it, and I'm going to look at myself. I'm going to look at my hand gestures and my movements and my everything. But this is me talking to you, but this is also me talking to myself. Nobody's here, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to get to is that even if you have to do everything yourself, you have to take it for what it is. Everything that's around me, you might be hearing some background noise. I got the air on. I got a jacket on. It's cold in here. You know why it's cold in here? Because I've left the air on. Because I don't like being hot. I just don't. From childhood on up, or whatever, I just don't like being hot. But I do this for y'all. I share myself. I share things about myself. I share the person that I am to document this is always who I'm going to be. And when I tell you about the drip plugin, I can't tell you how excited I am about instantly improving my workflow. I just want to show y'all something real quick. As far as this is concerned, so improving my workflow is very important to me. And now I feel more confident every day. Every day, yes, but more specifically right now, I feel more confident about my decisions and things that I want to do right now more than ever before in my life. And that's going to continue because I'm leaning toward that way. I want to be positive, I want to be good, and I want to move that way, not backwards. Which sometimes you can't control and sometimes it happens. But check this out. My friend reached out to me. That's why I had that up there earlier. See, there's a method to the madness. But anyway, my friend reached out to me and he told me, let's work on something cool. We link up, we end up working on a song. Then he sends me some feedback back, like, yo, you could probably improve on here, or you can probably do something a little bit different and make these drums for this song or for this beat, make the drums a little hit harder. I need them drums to hit harder. What did I do immediately? I said, cool. Let me figure out how I can do that. Instantly. First of all, I went and tried to do it myself, which I can do it myself. But what I realized was this isn't efficient. And then I stopped it. Instead of going backwards, it all comes back to that leaning toward the bad side, or going backwards, or a negative side, to leaning more toward a positive side. If I can figure out the fastest way to fix this and get back to him, that's a lot. Knowing yourself also. What I was talking about, my good and bad tendencies. Sometimes you may feel like you're being lazy. Sometimes you may feel like you're underdeveloped in certain aspect of, say, your work life, or whatever you choose to do. You might be lacking a skill that is crucial to the continuance or the building up of your business. So my very first thing ever in life that I wanted to do is probably play for the Eagles. I wanted to be a wide receiver when I was younger. And I had some things that got in my way, and I had certain people that stopped my ambition of pursuing that. Oh, you're too short. Oh, yeah, you got some speed, you're fast and all, but you don't come to practice, or you don't do this, or you don't do that, or your grades aren't good enough. How are you going to get such and such? How are you going to get a scholarship just from playing on a quote unquote bad team, or a team that doesn't win a lot, or whatever? It's like it just, when you're a kid, when you're a little kid, you're just like constantly told what you can do and what you can't do, and a lot of it is guidance. I could have like broken a leg, or I couldn't. Whatever could have happened. They could have been true. They could have been right, but you never find out unless you try to improve, or you fight past it, or you choose to ignore them and do what you wanted to do. Right now, I'm not a wide receiver for the Eagles. I'm okay with that, because the next thing that I wanted to do was make music, because I love music. Even if I was a wide receiver for the Eagles, I would still be making music, because I love music. I listen to music. I love everything about it. I love creating it. I love writing lyrics. I love singing. I love, everything about it. So my younger self is telling myself, how can I do this efficiently? How can I make music efficiently without equipment, or without studio time, or without this, or without that? And if you watch any of my past videos, you see that this is the most efficient way I can get music done. Teach yourself everything that you need to know, so you can wake up out of your sleep at 3:00 a.m. and turn on your laptop and make a beat yourself with your own hands, and record your vocals yourself with your microphone, and you can video it, and you can do everything except hold the camera. But nowadays you probably can hold the camera. You get like a selfie stick or whatever. It just won't be the quality that I kind of want. It's a preference thing. But in all honesty, you can take a cell phone and just be like, yeah, this is my song, blah blah blah, and rock out to your song. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be perfect. You make do with what you have. Obviously you have to, because that's what you have, unless you run into a circumstance that dramatically changes. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes I say stuff and I'm putting my thoughts and my what's up here, I'm giving it to y'all. Because I want somebody to do that for me. There are people that do that for me. This drip plugin. Let me show you something. Let me show you something about this drip plugin. Now, let me show you something about Reason in general. Number one, the stock sounds are plenty good enough. And when I say good enough, plenty good. They're great. They're awesome. And I enjoy producing with Reason. I know a lot of people use FL, Logic, different DAWs, but I like Reason because this is what I watched all my tutorials on. This is what my dad used. This is what certain people that I grew up around, this is what they were using. This is what they were doing. And I'm just picking up, yo, this is how you do this? Okay. You got to get a keyboard? Okay. You got to do this? You got to do that? All right. Makes sense. If it makes sense, you can do it. If it makes sense to you, you can do it. You got to believe, and you got to put the work in. You got to put the effort in. Just how I'm talking about workflow right now. How to instantly improve your workflow. You can do that by investing in yourself. Investing in yourself isn't always material wise either. You can invest in yourself by applying knowledge and looking up something. Now right now I'm talking and I'm kind of distracting myself from finding what I'm looking for. But basically, workflow. Right here, I figured out how to do that by looking online. I figured out how to get this screen over here by looking to improve myself, by investing my time, my free time into learning how to do certain things so I can just do them at will or whenever I remember. Sometimes you forget how to do certain things. You got to re-look it up. Okay, I got a piece of paper. I'll write it down how to get back to the tutorial or whatever I'm looking at. Look at this, man. I'm so proud of myself that I don't know how to be sad about my choices in life. I don't know how to be sad about certain things. I took what I had and I'm just making it happen. I don't care about anything else that gets in the way or that's trying to get in the way. This is the only way to move forward is if you invest in yourself and you invest in your workflow and you invest in your time. You know how long it took me to get this thing downloaded? Show you something. You know what happened when I looked up how to get this on Reason or how to get this on my DAW that I use? I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find if it was compatible. I couldn't really find anything. And that's no, I was literally like, should I invest in this? Should I invest in upgrading my workflow by downloading a preset that has an 808 set? That when I did my research, I watched and I heard what it did to the drums, and I saw the levels and I saw the peaking and I saw certain things. Instantly fixes my workflow issue. Now, yeah, you have to work around it, but that is the whole purpose of getting it. It's not to, like I said before, I love stock sounds. I love my program that I use. I'm familiar with it, and it's easier to me. Reason is 10 times easier to me than loading up FL Studio, which I have right here. But I also have no clue what I'm doing in it. I do not have a single, excuse me. I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing with this thing. I watched several tutorials. I don't want to say several, but I watched more than maybe 10, 20 tutorials in my life. And I just found out that for my workflow, it just doesn't make sense to try to use it. It doesn't make sense. But I have it just in case. And maybe one day I will learn. And maybe maybe I'll learn whatever. You know what I'm saying? What I'm getting at here. But my workflow here is find the instrument I want right here, and it could be similar or the same thing or whatever. But basically, what I'm getting at is you have to invest in yourself. The key to instantly improving your workflow is investing in yourself. Investing in what you want to do. That's the key. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's no big secret or anything, but it is the truth. Self belief. There's a whole ingredient behind it, but your workflow is your workflow. I'm gonna show you exactly everything except for how I got this on here. But basically, you just now. Also, I've been wanting to point this out about my videos. This screen right here. If you're watching this on a phone, I'm so sorry, because it registered to me that if somebody's watching this on a phone, they probably can't see all the little fine lettering. You probably can't read anything here. But these are all stock sounds. And I'm actually not even going to use this preset. I'm actually not even going to use that instrument. So I'm going to just put that there. But as you see, if you're watching this on a TV, this is what these videos are mostly for. If you're watching this on a TV or a laptop, and I'm sorry for everybody watching on the phone, if you have a TV or a laptop, this is kind of what I kind of want to do. I don't want to make this screen bigger than this, because I want y'all to get the vibe that I'm in, and I want, when I watch back, to get the vibe that I'm in. If at some point it's hindering my growth as far as getting to where I'm trying to get to, which is also 1,000 subscriptions and whatever the watch time hours is, then I might change it up, and I might figure out the best workflow to get this on both sides without changing. Actually, let me show you something. So, actually, let me not show you something, because this is not the time to experiment. This is the time to get the message out. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna experiment with that, and I'll figure that out to increase my workflow for y'all, increase the watch workflow, increase the connection that we got going on here. Because if you're still watching this, that means that you understand what I'm trying to get at. This is 23 minutes of improving myself. I'm gonna watch this 23 minutes, and I'm gonna listen to what I'm saying, and it's gonna make sense to me that I need to invest in myself. This program was not free, but a client reached out to me because he believes in where I'm going, and he sent me some money, and obviously I'm gonna send him his beat, I'm gonna send him his music. But he reached out to me because he believes that, yo, this dude knows what he's doing, keep an eye on him. Possibly, this is what I'm thinking in my head. It's like, he must get it. That's why, that's the only reason he trusts that I'm going to do what he asked me to do. And that makes me proud of myself, because that's what I'm trying to put out there, that I am genuine, that this is a real life situation, that I did want to be a wide receiver, that I did want to do certain things with my life. But now I got to a workflow where I can just spit out music, and I can find somebody to hold this camera for me, and we can spit out music videos, and we can get where we're trying to get to, instead of not doing what we did about the wide receiver, not giving up, not listening to people, not telling people, like, you got to do it with tact, you got to do it like in a certain way or inform. But for instance, I can tell somebody right now, yo, go check out my video, how to instantly improve, and I'm going the wrong way when I'm doing it, how to instantly improve your workflow. I can tell somebody, yo, everything that I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to change what I said. I'm not going to change the fact that I wanted to be a wide receiver. I'm not going to change the fact that I can kick out music at will. I'm not going to change that I write all my lyrics and record them myself and mix and master because I took the time to learn how to do this stuff. I'm not going to change any of that. There's nothing to change. That is me, and that is genuine, actually me. Look, I'm showing you. This is me. I can tell somebody about the video, and they can watch it for themselves and like, yeah, that kind of is him. That's exactly what he's doing, yeah. I see it. I believe it. I want to help. I want to do this. I want to do that. Then that's how you get opportunities on top of everything. So I'm going to take the opportunity that such and such gave me, and I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to invest in my workflow. I'm also going to invest in quality. This is quality. This right here, if you can see the mouse, this is quality. Getting a mouse instead of using the pad here to move around. Workflow. Everything is workflow. Art, workflow. Air conditioner, workflow. Jacket, workflow. I got pencils, markers, sitting at arm's reach while I do my thing. Books, paper, pillow. I got something delicate like a microphone that I don't want to drop or I don't want to put on a certain hard surface or whatever, or it's going to make noise. Workflow. Dictionary. I don't know how to spell. Well, I do not. I tell y'all all the time, don't ask me to spell nothing because I'm just not good at spelling words. Yeah, easy words, yeah, but don't ask me to spell no, like, let me give you an example. I was about to say, I know how to spell every word on this page. Let's find another page. Those are easy words. Deliberately, you can sound out, but that's just an example. If a little kid asked me to spell deliberately on the spot, I'm just be like, go look it up, because I'm not about to answer this little kid. I'm not about to sit here and sound it out and look like I don't know what I'm doing in front of them. That's something I got that I have to deal with. But if I'm ever struggling like that, or I'll look it up on my phone or something like that. But regardless, dictionary is right there, and I can see it. I also use it to write lyrics. I also use whatever to do whatever. Workflow. Why am I not moving the camera around? Why I don't have a whole bunch of maybe 2 cameras or whatever? My circumstance hasn't allowed for it. But wait, and just wait. Just wait. You believe in yourself and you just wait, because that's all you can do. I can't be upset about it. I can't be like, just don't sit in the past too long, you know? Don't sit in the past too long. I have another camera. This is my first camera that I bought with my own money. My first paycheck from when I moved. I moved and I got a new job as soon as possible. And the job gave me some money, and this is what I did with it. I went out and I invested in myself. I invested in myself to increase my workflow. Excuse me. I invested in myself to increase my workflow. This is my camera right here, and I love this camera because I bought it. And I tried to pass it down, I tried to pass it down to a family member, try to give them a little jump start. But they don't know how to take care of stuff, so they got it taken away and everything else. But I mean, you try to reach out, especially when they're young, to get them started young. If If they say they want to do something, if they say they want to take pictures, and you got a camera that's just sitting there because you got another camera because you invested in yourself that way, then just pass down the game. That's my whole thing. I've always been that way. It's not only is it the right thing to do, but they'll remember that. Create memories for people that you love, But yeah, investing in myself. Portable speaker. I'm ready to go take over something. And when I say take over something, I mean solidify my spot in whatever I decide to do. And that's how you get started, by instantly improving your workflow. Now, this is instantly improving my workflow. Everything else, investing in myself, got me to these other things that I felt I needed. Some things you might not need. Now that I've failed at trying to stay in a time frame, I realized that the time frame is an issue. When you set a goal and you don't achieve it in a certain time frame, you might try to give up on that goal. And that's not the answer. Improving your workflow, improving your drive, improving your self-belief, all those key ingredients, all those, put the work in, all the research it took for me to figure out how to do everything that I'm doing. You find somebody that I'm just proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. The workflow. Yeah, I'm not too sure else what I want to talk about, other than showing y'all that you can do it if you decide to improve your workflow. And now let me show you what I'm going to do with the improved workflow. Let's take the next few minutes just to break down what exactly I mean by how this improves my workflow. And just keep in mind everything I say. I'm gonna turn this off, and I just want y'all to hear what I'm doing. Actually, I kind of want to talk about it while I'm doing it. So that's another workflow thing, to get a wooden desk. If I got a wooden desk, I can put an arm on there that I can maneuver, and all these things. But I'm working with what I have. People always say, "What do you bring to the table?" And now I was thinking about this yesterday. Maybe yesterday or the day before, I promise you. That term, what do you bring to the table? It's like, I know exactly what I bring to the table. I bring the table to the table. That's it. End of discussion. I bring the table to the table. And I bring myself, and I'll go sit on the table. This is who I am. I'm loving the person that I am, and I'm loving the decisions that I've made to improve my workflow, to invest in myself, to take care of my drive, to take care of patching up old, wanting to be a receiver, to wanting to do the second thing that I wanted to do, which was make music. All forms, all platforms, all genres. Make your own genre. People are gonna look like, what is this dude talking about? It hasn't been 20 years from now. It hasn't been double my lifespan from now. But when it is, provided everything's still available for y'all to find, you might stumble across this video that I spent 35 minutes on the intro. So, I spent 35 minutes on the intro because it's important, and what I'm about to do is important to me, for me, because that's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. Anything else is pointless to me, honestly. Any other goal, or if it's not leading up toward the ultimate goal, I'm just like, why am I doing it? Because it's not going to turn out well. When you think logically and you look at things from both sides, and you look at balancing and staying positive, but you're doing something that's negative constantly, to a point where you can't even focus on moving forward, because you can't focus on improving your workflow, you can't focus on improving yourself. Like, why did I just turn this light on? I like green. I just blind myself a little bit looking that way. Let me not look directly into the light bulbs. But basically what I'm getting at is this improves my workflow. This might improve your workflow. Let me give you another example. Oh no. Now that might improve your workflow. Oh, when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're trying to figure out what you're going to do, but you decide to just hop up and turn on your workflow. Like, I already know what to do. It's nothing to really think about. Go attack the goal. Go attack the album. Album coming soon. On top of everything else. On top of attacking the workflow, on top of making a song every 24 hours, on top of making a music video every week, on top of making an album every month, on top of all the possibilities that you create when you do what? That John right there. When you do that, who can stop you? If you have a goal in mind, when you grab the drip plug-in to increase your workflow, it's game over. It's game over. Somebody passed me some bread. What did I do with the bread? I reinvested in myself to instantly improve my workflow. Not only did I reinvest myself, I didn't get the settle for a camera. I went and got the one I wanted. I went and got the one I wanted. I went and took care of the one I wanted. I went and got the secondary mic that I wanted. I went and invested in making sure my vocals don't sound all crazy. And they still sound all crazy. But I went and invested in the workflow. And as long as you're investing in the workflow, stop for what? Then when you're done investing in it, it's about to get scary. When I say done investing in it, I don't mean being actually done investing in it. I don't think I'll ever stop doing stuff like this. But I also know that I'm at a point where it's like, okay, the last thing that I'm investing in was thing I needed the most, I think, to increase the workflow. There's also an order that you need to invest in. For instance, I didn't go get the drip plugin first. And I'm actually super late because I could have got this a year ago, but there wasn't enough on it to justify me getting it. There wasn't enough research. There wasn't enough videos out that, okay, this increases my workflow, so I'm going to get it. But I knew about it almost the day it dropped, if not a few days after the official release or whatever, basically a year ago or whatever that time span was. But I didn't. There's a lot of people that put out certain things and they try to market it as beneficial, but you have to look at it from a certain mindset and see if it's actually beneficial, or you could end up wasting your money that you're investing in yourself that you might have limited funds of, for instance, how I have. But when I tell you that this thing works, and I tell you that you can get it on Reason 11 and up, I guess, Reason 12 is coming out, whatever the case, I don't know. When they took me, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half to figure out how to install it and get it on to Reason, I had to research. And what did I find when I researched it? All you had to do, if you have Reason 11, is go here. And once you make sure you download it properly, is go here. And it shows up there. You see how this one couldn't be loaded for some reason? Certain things. Another one, Halftime. See a whole bunch of people using it. Does it increase the workflow? I would say it does. Arcade. Does it increase the workflow? I would say it does. Now, do I have Arcade right now? No, I do not. Unfortunately, because the subscription. But this is paid for now. That's paid for good. And when I get the funds, best believe I'm renewing Arcade. Best believe I'm renewing whatever I need to renew or doing whatever I need to do to increase the workflow to achieve the overall goal of what I want to do and what I want to be known for and what I want to take over and solidify my spot in. Produced by Rjte. I have a video that I haven't made yet, but I wrote it on this paper. I'm gonna read it to you, and hopefully I'm gonna watch this back one day or whatever, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna actually make it. So basically, it says, artist first turned super producer. How am I going to become a super producer? I'm not 100% sure yet. Am I a super producer now? In my eyes, I am. Because I'm the one that sees everything that I'm doing. And taking the workflow improvements and investing in my craft and myself, I see where my work is going to pay off at. Whereas right now it might not seem to be. Like, this dude's chilling in his, you know what I'm saying, his little square, and his speakers are too close to the wall. I'm telling you, it's a method to the madness. You're looking at me and like, I don't know, how's he gonna pull this one off? I'm gonna pull it off. Watch, pay attention. Now, artists first, and when I mean artists first, is meaning I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I recently, and I'm not gonna play it for you, so don't ask me. But I'm not gonna play it for you right now. Let's not go down that road. But basically, I found one of the first beats I ever made when me and my homie we went half on getting the program. We downloaded Reason. We went to the store and got it, and it was just like, yo, we finally got it. We finally gonna do it. All right, bet, we're about to get it taken care of. Got a MIDI controller. went half on the speakers, got a microphone, was given a microphone, dropped the microphone on basement floor. Of course, ruined the microphone, had to get another microphone. It's been a long journey, I tell you. But it's been a long journey. But anyway, what am I talking about? I'm talking about something. And that happens from time to time. Sometimes you forget what you're talking about and where you're going with the story. But basically, how to instantly improve your workflow. Reinvest in yourself. I noticed my videos, the 5-hour long videos, I'm working on something for that. I'm working on chopping them up, and I wrote it down. So, to possibly increase my video output and getting my name out there so y'all know, man, I know this dude exists, but I'm not about to sit through a 5-hour video. I don't want y'all to sit through the 5-hour video. The 5-hour video is for inspirational purposes. But I'm looking at it logically here, and basically, if I chop up the first 5 hours by the first, if I chop up the 5 hours, basically, I don't know how many times I'm going to, but for example, if I do the melody, which is something else I'm learning increases my workflow. If I do my melody first, I normally build around the beat better rather than doing my bass line first. For some reason, that it's just, I've noticed my workflow is different every single time, and I might not do it every single time, but I'm noticing I get more inspiration from the melody than a bass line that's normally patterned similar to a lot of different bass lines. It's like, no, that sounds like such and such, and I spend a lot of time making a bass line that already sounds like something, and then it makes me feel unoriginal. So I try to make it all like just super original and just super don't sound like nothing else. And then it's just like, man, I should have did that with the melody, because now the melody sounds crazy if I go that route with the melody and pair it with the bass line. So I don't basically, I have an idea for how I want to do the structure, and like when I'm doing the full songs, I'm showing y'all how I do full songs in 5 hours, which I haven't yet to actually complete, because that's also part of the workflow, is realizing you're being a perfectionist when you don't need to be. Trying to be a perfectionist when you don't need to be. You need to be getting the song done, or trying to stick to the title of the video, which is something I'm learning. Is keeping to the process, improving workflow. Improving workflow is putting out consistent videos, waking up and doing this before I decide to go do something else or something. Nothing's more fun to me than making music, but and creating art. But let's say I don't know, I wanted to watch a movie, or there was a show that I wanted to see of all the few shows that I watch, because I normally only watch YouTube anyway, so it's like tutorials and everything else. But yeah, chop up the first melody. We do a 30-minute video, so let's say like 20 minutes ago now, me working on a melody for 30 minutes, just the melody, trying to get quality, trying to get it mixed to or get it to sound how I want it to sound. Then I do the bass line and the drums, another 30 minutes strictly on bass line and drums, background vocals another 30 minutes, mixing another 30 minutes, mixing them in, making sure they fit well together and volume wise and everything. Excuse me. So, but in between those 4 different videos, that's 2 hours of content, but split into 4 videos. So you don't have to sit through the whole 5 hours Then I do the writing process, writing the lyrics. I spend 2 hours strictly writing lyrics, getting the structure straight, maybe recording like a rough draft every now and then, which is the part that I normally get to on the 5 hour videos, is me recording some idea that I just wrote down. Then, so we just do a 2 hour video on that, right? Then I show the recording. I take an hour out to record the song. And I'm going to try this method because if this improves the workflow of me doing it this way, I can get the song out that day. I can get the song out this day. I can get the song out the same day I put out the video. And then I can drag them all into a playlist. Artist first turn super producer playlist. Name the title of the song. And then if you want to see how I did everything, it's right there for you. And that's basically what I want to put out. I want to put out inspiration. I hope you find some inspiration in this to keep going, because a lot of people quit and a lot of people give up because they don't get the result that they want ultimately off rip. And that's just not the answer for me. The answer is not do things. It's not do something else. It's do things differently. And increasing my workflow. And when I increase my workflow to a point, not to a point, but I have increased my workflow to a point that is my last step, in my opinion. That's why I'm making this video, because this is my last step, in my opinion. I sat down, I took hours out of my life, I took days and months and years out of my life to learn what I need to do. And I'm late in everything. I feel like being late is like in my genes or something. I don't know. But I'm just late to where I plan to be at. But if I gave up, I wouldn't even be making this video. I'd be somewhere I don't want to be, doing something I don't want to do. And that's just not the answer. So I'm gonna show y'all something else, and then I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna explain to y'all what I'm doing, but I'm gonna show y'all this, and I'm gonna get going. I bought a mirror, and that's about all I'm gonna show you. I'll show you a little something else. But you see the mirror, right? You see it's writing on the mirror, and that's something that I had to do. And that's also increasing my workflow. Every time I look at that mirror, I try to read what's on there. And the album, the songs I want for the album are on there. And I wrote something. It said top 5 hiring, ? I don't know what that means yet. But basically top 5 hiring, top 5 anything hiring, because I feel like, are y'all hiring? Because I'm trying to be like top 5 something, top 5 at whatever I want to do, which is make music, make songs, crank out songs, crank out quality content, crank out 30-minute melodies and 30-minute bass drums and 5-hour songs, actually 5-hour songs. Then take another 5 hours and shoot the music video for every song. Stuff like that. Big ambitions. Big. If this guy really does a music video every day, yo, you gotta check this dude out. He's making music videos every day, and they're quality. And they're quality this, and they're quality that, and they're in 4K, 6K, 8K, and they're on YouTube, and they're everywhere. And then the music is popping, and then he's doing this in front of everybody, and then he's showing everybody the process, and then he's got the drip plugin to improve his workflow. And this is how he's doing it every day. And he's got all these crazy lights on, and he's losing his mind. He thinks he's gonna be great. And then 20 years later, I'm gonna be one of them top 5 hiring. I'm done. I'm gonna have my mirror with me. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna watch this video. I'm gonna be like, bro, I was crazy. I didn't do anything I said I was gonna do, but I tried. It can go either way. It can go either way. If you increase your workflow, if you instantly improve your workflow, nothing can stop you, because the workflow is gonna get you where you're trying to go. I'm also gaming now. Something else that I noticed, gamers, people that play video games, are the best people in the world. No, I'm just playing. But as far as someone to cooperate with, you ever try to ask somebody to do something on a video game? It's either they're gonna do it or they're not. They're gonna choose to listen to you. Oh yeah, that's a good strategy, let's do it. Or they're not. But more times than often, they do it, and they do exactly what you asked them to do. They don't cut corners. They don't. Okay, I'll give you an example. You take such and such. This is the enemy. Go around this corner in about 30 seconds. Count down 30 seconds and turn the corner, and I'll come around this other corner and we'll get the enemy. And we'll knock them out the match or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like clockwork. They be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do it this way. And it either works or it doesn't. And then I could be completely wrong. And then they ask me to do the same thing. And then I try it. I'm like, all right, that sounds logical. Let's do it. And then it works. People that play video games are extremely talented, extremely, how do I say this, cooperative, to a standard where I notice other people in life, say I'm at work or somewhere working, somewhere doing something, and I ask somebody to do something like that, or yo, meet me here and blah 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 blah, or figure out something. It's hard to explain and hard to put into words, but at some point in time, I'm going to get better at getting my ideas and getting what's in here out. But basically, I just noticed that about people that play games, and it's like it's refreshing to see. And we all have a common goal of winning. So more than not, you build a team, and like I showed you my friend that we're working on music, but I met him on the video game, and like that's what I'm saying. It's just like a solid dude. You know what I'm saying? It's cool peoples, and it's like, yo, we have the ultimate goal is to win. And we're talking about doing music, and we're talking about doing all this stuff. If I ever get any type of bread that I want, I'll probably hit him up to, yo, let's work. Yo, not hiring, but I'm looking for a partner, or I'm looking for somebody to help me with this and that. You down? I'll reach out to the person that plays the video game well with me than a lot of other people that I just know aren't on the same page. And I like to think of myself as being vice versa in that in that way. So like when somebody asks me to cooperate, even in real life, or when I say real life, like in a work situation, or I need you to pick up this sofa from this side exactly, and I need you to do this exactly, so we can maneuver it through the door, and we can do all these things exactly. And when we paint, and when we do the tape, I need you to pay attention to detail. I need you to do that, and I'm on it like that. and it's just like I don't want to snap in the mic there, but I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? See, I didn't want to snap in your ears. I could have just, you know what I'm saying? But I'm on it. I'm trying to tune in, and I think logically about certain things. So also, if the Eagles are hiring coaching positions, I don't know what you need to do to qualify for a coach or whatever, but I got some plays, especially for the wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? And also what I was talking about, combining the channels into just one. Yo, this is me as a person. Like, I make music, I do all these other things, but I also paint. I also got big ambitions. I also got big goals for my content. I also make YouTube videos on top of music videos, on top of any type of thing. I'm just creating because I love to create things. I'm reaching out to other people that love to create things. I'm trying to create some form of inspiration, some form of help, and hopefully this helps somebody to keep going and not give up. And hopefully this instantly improves your workflow. So basically on the same channel, check out my other videos. I think it's called Rjte subscription grind. Those people that I play the game with are music and gaming go hand in hand. What I'm learning is a lot of people that play video games love music because I'm someone who plays video games that loves music. And sometimes I don't feel like talking to everybody on the microphone, but I feel like listening to music while I play with them, and I'll send them a text message or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. But sometimes I get into these modes where it's just like, yo, this is a new album out. I'm about to listen to this while I play Madden or I play Overwatch or something like that. Mostly Madden, because Madden is more of a solo thing, and not talking to your teammates on certain games it just won't be a fun experience. But Eagles videos, I want to talk Eagles, I want to talk football, I want to talk about me and like my life type vlog style type stuff. Like I got ideas, I got things, I just gotta do them. Increasing workflow. I got videos I just want to make of me writing. Like, people don't write their own stuff sometimes. You don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take this paper right now and I'll show you that I wrote everything myself. I'll show you my vocals. I'll show you when I mess up and my voice cracks. Or I'll put out, go check out To Inspire, my music. I dropped it was supposed to be an EP, but I'm not sure if they're classifying it as an album or EP. But I really wanted it to be an EP because I did not want people to go back and be like, yo, this was his first album, this song is so. But basically, I don't really care. It was really to inspire people, but it's mostly instrumental. But what I'm learning is I'm not really learning. I'm not really learning this, but basically, I just wanted to put out like, yo, this is what you can do if you apply yourself. And like, I applied myself, and I rushed to make an EP, and I tried to stay on that deadline, and I tried to do this and that. And I was just like, you know what? Life isn't like a fairy tale. Like, this is how it came out, and it came out this way because of circumstances that surrounded the situation and the time frame that it came out. And I know not everybody needs to know this, but I still listen to it, and it inspires me. Like, the goal was to inspire. I know I can sing better than this. I know I can write better lyrics than this. I know I can make better beats than this. I know I can mix better than this. I know I can be better. But this is what it was at the time. Just keep going. It's not like a big thing to get caught up on. and I had to learn that. Like, yeah. So yeah, I am still learning it. Like, you should have water nearby when you're doing these videos, so you don't like sound all crazy on the mic after talking for an hour to yourself. But anyway, we're gonna finish up this video now, and we're not finishing it up now, but I am going to do what my goal for this video was. It's basically show y'all what the drip plugin does, and how if you pair Reason 11, stock sounds are phenomenal. There's several different options of them, but if you throw this on any of them, it's just game over. Honestly, it's just, I'm just excited about the possibilities. Not only this plugin, but I bought halftime, and I bought, certain other things. And it's like, yo, if you just invest in yourself and you really care about something, just be positive and just move forward, and don't worry about what if it don't work. Don't worry about none of that. Like, just be positive and move forward, and make sure your workflow is like up to par where you need it to be, and make sure you got like help around you. That's another. I can't even tell y'all the importance of improving your workflow. What a team would do if there were two of me. And let me end on this note. If there were two of me,
Rjte. Take it serious.
Almost stopped the video. Alright, so nothing special, nothing special at all, you know. It's just something to throw in the background. So yeah, I just made this for my gameplay, and there you go. Now this is not something I went in thinking like, okay, I'm putting this in the background. I'm not like making a song. I'm not making like a beat or nothing I'm really gonna use. I'm just putting something in the background to talk over, and that's how I went into the beat. But what you saw there was someone who loves music working on music. This was supposed to be a short video. This was supposed to be maybe a hour-long tops video, and that just turned into this. So there's what how powerful the plugin is as well, and this is like my first time like using it in this type of way. I just got it not too long ago, so I'm still experimenting with certain things, but as you can see, the difference that it makes, it changes the stock sound. It just makes it awesome. I don't know. It's just a stock sound, right? Like it's a dan dan dan, but when you put it on there, and it's just cool. I mess with it, but yeah, I'm about to hop on Overwatch actually. So thanks for tuning in, and please like and subscribe. And they say something about some notification bell or something. I don't know. You already know what's up. I'm trying to learn this whole thing, but I mean, you gotta start somewhere. So I'm doing my research. Shout out Cow Beach. Appreciate you. Drug. drip plugin. I need some water, something serious. The drip plugin is all that. I like it a lot, and I don't. I didn't use it for what it. Man, I'm gonna just go get some water. I'm gonna catch y'all in a little bit. Shout out to all my subscribers that come through, and if y'all need some music or background music for your videos or whatever, I can make you one at any time. You know what I'm saying? Because I instantly improve my workflow, and it be something custom, and you know you can get something copyright free music. So it is what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and hope y'all stay inspired and go forward. You know what I'm saying? We can close this out. I mean, might as well